Arkansas dummy. NAD, native Arkansas dummy. Hey, where's the guy got to clean out my chicken coop? I need your number. Oh, you know, when they told me I had to talk this morning, I was excited, but I got to tell you, it's the reason they put me early is because it just gets better as the day goes on, you know. I am excited to be here. It's a real blessing. I've got my whole family together this year. Toby wasn't able to be here last year. I want you to introduce my family. I want you to meet them. That smoking, beautiful lady, the love of my life, my soulmate, Marcy Hedge. Stand up, baby. Oh, these guys over here went, aww. They expect a redneck to go, there's my old lady right there. Hey, she's so hot, she'll make the devil sweat. You know what I mean, Darren? My daughter, Mackenzie, just as beautiful as her mom. I love you, baby. Brand new addition to our family. This is Sarah, Toby's girlfriend. Stand up, Sarah. We're glad to have you with us. And then Toby and Tanner, my two boys. Stand up, gentlemen. Hey, and right there goes my adopted kid. That's Rob Snyder, that boy right there. I call him Electricity Boy. You know, I've been traveling with Rob a little bit, and it's been unique. I've been able to go around as he was talking to us about, hey, how many of y'all heard of Rob talk about the what if and the vision and what's coming? Yeah. Well, I'm going to kind of interpret what he's been trying to tell you. Understand, I'm more of an IHOP Waffle House kind of guy. And Rob, I mean, he's sharp. There ain't no doubt. This guy is smart. He uses them big words. He knows all this. And he's a good pilot. We was flying into Rochester. True story. We're coming into 4 people from Rochester here. We're coming in. He's up front, got on the headset. I'm sitting in the back, got my spit cup. You know, we're just riding along. And all of a sudden, I don't know if turbulence, wind shear, a bunch of geese. I don't know what we hit. But this airplane goes to bucking and weaving. And next thing I know, I am up against the ceiling. Yeah, the part you sit on is now above your head. The headset is off. I'm grabbing and clawing. It's kind of one of them zero gravity deals. And I've been all right with that, but I look up front, and there's Electric Boy. He's up against the ceiling, headset off. And I'm like, Rob, get back in the plane. Get back. We're bouncing and weaving and coming in sideways. Seriously, guys, I'm getting a little afraid. And it's just bouncing and bucking. I didn't know you could land a plane backwards. I am scared, and this is the truth. Rob Snyder gets on and goes, Tower, this is November 414 Lima Papa. That was a little sporty. What? We dang near died, Electric Boy. What do you mean sporty? Then he takes me out that night to one of these big fancy restaurants. Y'all ever been to them, you know, where they got like real napkins? And they bring out I don't know, it comes in courses. I've never had courses. And they bring out that first deal and it's a little bitty salad. I mean, it is small. It ain't. You know, I got a rule. The more expensive the restaurant, the smaller the portions, the harder the bread, the less they cook the vegetables, and the darker the room. So I'm sitting there and they bring out that first little deal and they put it in front of me and I, you know, one bite and it's like gone. And then they bring out the ice cream. A little bitty old scoop of, and I didn't want to embarrass the waiter or nothing, but I said, sir, I ain't had my meal yet. And he was one of them real snooty, you know, he said, that is sorbet. So what? That, sir, is sorbet. It's for cleansing your palate between courses. Cleaning what? He went on to explain to me that you eat this little stuff in between every course, that way you can start off fresh. And I told him, I said, hey dude, you better bring me 10 or 12 of these. I'm 50 years old. I ain't never cleaned my palate. I don't know how dirty it is. Hard to believe I'm a top earner, ain't it? The truth of the matter, I pick on Rob, I make fun of him, and we've disagreed many times. But the one thing I totally support him in is his ability to get me there safely and his vision. Hear me. This company is here today simply because Rob Snyder envisioned it. He saw something that others didn't. Now there's two ways you can share light. You can either be the candle or you can be the mirror that reflects the candle, yes? You ain't got to see it yourself. You ain't got to know it. But several years ago, Electric Boy saw what we could be. And a few others bought into it, and look at what we have now. Now he's been going around talking about the fact that what if we got cell phones, and what if we had home security, and what if we had and social commerce. I ain't never heard of it. And I try to listen to him explain it, and I get a little excited, but then I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm a little lost. Kind of like eating that first sorbet, you know what I mean? And I've actually had a lot of my team, a lot of my fellow team members come up and go, you know, there's other companies trying to do this home security, and there's other companies. Why are we? And I was, to be honest, I was a little confused. But let me put it to you how it's kind of cleared up for me.
Chicken and eggs.
He sees something bigger than we are today. And I will tell you this. If you think Stream and Ignite is about selling power, you're lost. We're not about selling power. We're about changing lives. Now, there were companies that tried network marketing and electricity before Stream ever got started. But the one that got it right was us. There were folks that tried to sell hamburgers by the numbers in the pictures before McDonald's ever became successful. But McDonald's got it right. There were people who were doing discount retailing before Sam Walton figured it out. But Walmart got it right. I'm here to tell you, my interpretation, my vision, my belief is as we add these services, there is no one, there is not a company, there is not a sales force, a field, a group of people who have the vision and belief any stronger to get it right than us. What if y'all could get paid on people that live in Deep Queen, Arkansas? Both of them. To have a business that not only stretches, had a tongue transplant, my body's rejecting it. To have a business that stretches not only nationwide, but goes international. To get paid on power, to get paid on people's additional services worldwide. Guys, the vision is there. I've had the opportunity to fly around with Rob. I've listened to Bouncer as he assured me and told me and shared with me where we're headed. So let me put it in perspective for those of you who are where I was, who are still having trouble sorting it out. You need a little more interpretation. Reminds me of the story real quick. Did y'all hear about the mob boss that was So worried about getting turned in, he went and got him a hard of hearing or deaf and unable to speak accountant. Yeah, he hired this guy to be his number man because he knew he couldn't rat him out. He couldn't tell on him. Matter of fact, we've got some hard of hearing, some deaf friends here today. Y'all stand up, guys. I want you to see this group. Round of applause. Don't you whine to me you can't do this. Don't you tell me it's too tough for you. Look at them. You ought to be ashamed if you complain. I always wonder if she's really telling them what I'm saying, too. Let's find out. He's a stud. Yeah, they're laughing. So this mob boss, he got him a deaf and unable to speak accountant. And for 20 years, this guy kept the Godfather's books. Finally, the Godfather figured out that this accountant had been embezzling. He stole $3 million. So in the middle of the night, the mafioso Godfather gets his henchmen. They go to the accountant's house. They drag him out. They take him to a warehouse, put him in the chair. They duct tape his body, put a light in his face. And the mob boss says, "Tell him, I want my money." The interpreter says, "Ooh, the big man says he wants his money." The accountant says, "I don't know what he's talking about." The mob boss pulls out the pistol, cocks it, puts it to the accountant's head. He says, "Tell him, give me my money or I'll pull the trigger." The interpreter, getting scared now, goes, Oh, the big man says he's going to shoot you if you don't give him the $3 million. Did I get that last part right? I'm going to burn in hell, I tell you. What was I even saying? Finally, the accountant couldn't take it no more. He broke down. He said, No, please don't let him kill me. Tell him the $3 million is buried behind my house. The mob boss holding the gun goes, "What'd he say?" The interpreter said, "He don't believe you'll pull that trigger." That is typical of American business. Mislead, uninformed, omit, lie. You know why we're different? You know what makes us special? You know why you ought to go to bed proud and wake up excited? Is because we're out there telling the story that if they're willing to accept, if they're willing to take, if they're willing to use, can truly change lives. We have the opportunity. Y'all quit clapping, I'm running out of time. We have the opportunity. We have the possibility. We have the chance to make a difference like's never been made before. But to do that, we've got to believe. You see, there was a lot of people who didn't believe in Sam Walton and Walmart. There's a lot of people who made fun of Ray Kroc and McDonald's. There were a lot of folks who didn't believe in Ignite and Stream. But you see, there were those few who they got a glimpse of the vision. They saw what was being talked about. And there are legends in the room today. Steve Fisher, Donnie Anderson, Greg McCord, Brian Lucia, Presley Swaggerty. When Presley called me up about this, he said, "It's going to be big. It's going to be huge. I said, Presley, I just can't see it. I said, what's the name going to be? God's Truth. You know what he said? We don't know. Well, how are they going to pay you? I hope so. Steve and Donnie and Presley, these legends, the people you want to be like, they believed when there was no proof. They believed when it was still a what if. They believed before they knew. So today we have a choice. Do we want in on that second run? Do we want to be a part of that bigger wave? You see, people made fun of Amazon. Oh, they just selling books on the internet. Did a little book selling company. Amazon is everywhere. I had one of their drones land in my front yard. I asked for directions just the other day. I don't even know what a drone is. People didn't believe in Apple. People didn't believe that you could make money just selling coffee. Hear me, guys. The choice is yours. And in every one of those examples I gave you, there is a person who was in early. There was a person who was shared the vision. They might have saw it. They might have even had stock options. They might have been an original owner. They might have been involved. But in every instance, those companies, they had issues. They had difficulties. They had setbacks. They had challenges. They had times where they had to reinvent themselves. Do we agree? But in every instance, those who stayed, those who continued to persevere and build and share the vision succeed. Do you realize, I told you quit clapping. Do you realize just a few years ago, the original investors, many of them, who were the original investors in Twitter, they bought their shares back. They sold their shares back for $5 million. Split up around 10 or 12 people. Today, that company is valued at $10 billion. They were there. They were part of it. They saw it. They put money in it. And they quit. The question we have to ask ourselves today is, what are we going to do? Do we see where we're going? Do we want to be a part of that second run, that expansion, that growth? Have we had challenges? Absolutely. You'd be lying if you said different. But I would submit to you that anything worthwhile, anything worth having, you have to work for. And there's going to be challenges and setbacks. Marcy has to put up with me every day. Can you imagine waking up to this? So friends, I ask you, it's a simple question. We can continue going on talking about we sell electricity and natural gas. We can talk about how we are a power company. Or we can make the decision today that we're not about selling power. We're about changing lives. We're about making a difference. Are you with me? Are you